Hey guys, what's up? This is Ananya, your SST Master Teacher here at Vedantu. So guys, before we start with today's session, if you people are new, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and show some love by hitting the like button. Thank you so much in advance. Alright, so let's see guys, what are we going to do in today's session? Guys, in this session, I'm going to teach you guys about the Union Executive, in which I'm going to talk about the President and the Vice President. So make sure that you guys are staying with me till the very end because the session is going to be very important. And guys, at the end of the session, I'm going to give you some homework questions. So make sure that you guys are giving me the answer in the comment section. This will help me to understand how seriously you guys are watching my sessions. Alright, chalo, let's get started guys. Let's understand about president. Alright guys, the very first question I want you guys to tell me in the comment section, who is the president of India right now? Okay? Now guys, the president is the executive head of the state. He is also the first citizen of the country and the supreme commander of the defense forces, army, navy and air force. So he is the commander in chief of all the forces. He is elected by the elected members. Okay, so by both the houses of parliament, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and elected members of state legislative assemblies, means MLAs. Qualification for the elections: he should be a citizen of India. The candidate should be a citizen of India. The candidate should not be less than 35 years of age. The candidate should be qualified for elections as a member of Lok Sabha. The candidate is not holding any office of profit under the government, means he should not be a part of any other government institute from where he is getting paid. And the candidate should not be a member of either house of the parliament. That is, he should not be a member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha or the state legislative. Procedure for the election. Guys, the president is elected indirectly by the people. Means he is not directly elected by the citizens of the nation. Okay? So the president is elected indirectly by the members of electoral college. Now, who are included in electoral college? The elected members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and the elected members of the legislative assemblies of the state, that is MLAs, including the National Capital Territory of Delhi and also the Union Territory of Pondicherry. The president is elected for a term of 5 years. Procedure of impeachment means the president can be removed from his position if there is any violation of constitution. Okay, violation of constitution, then in that case he will be removed from his position. Okay, what is violation of constitution? Breaking the constitution, going against the constitution. All right, so the president can be removed from office by impeachment for the violation of the constitution by a resolution passed by both the houses and only after proving the charges against him. So until and unless the charges are not proved against him, he can't be removed from his position. Cool. Let's have a look on the powers of the president. The very first power, executive power. So he is the executive head of the state. Already explained you. He makes all the important appointments like appointment of prime ministers and the other ministers, governor, the chief justice, the judges of Supreme Court, High Court, so on and so forth. Yes. He also administers the union territories and the border areas. He assumes to himself all or any of the function of the government of the state when the state is put under president's rule. Means when the state rule is dissolved and the center rule is imposed over the state. All right. So in a situation when the state government is unable to handle that situation, so center's rule is applied. So that is president's rule. Clear? Now, the next power we are going to understand is legislative power. Guys, he addresses the first session of parliament. So basically he starts the first session of the parliament after the general elections and the first session of every year. He can issue an ordinance, means order or law, when the parliament is not in session. He can summon, means start, dissolve the Lok Sabha and order fresh elections. A bill which is passed by the parliament must receive his assent. His assent means president's approval before it becomes an act. and he can nominate 12 members to the Rajya Sabha. So out of 250 members, 12 members are nominated by president in Rajya Sabha. The next one, discretionary powers, means optional powers. Okay? So the President of India enjoys certain optional powers, that is discretionary powers, where he uses his wisdom and judgment. For example, dissolution of Lok Sabha, dismissal of ministers. So these are some optional power with President. Next, emergency power. Guys, he can declare an emergency if there is a threat to the security of India or any part, or if there is a failure of the constitutional machinery. Means national emergency, state emergency, financial emergency. So he can declare such kind of emergencies. Diplomatic powers. He has the power of appointing Indian ambassadors to other countries. So Indian ambassadors who are going to represent India in other countries. So he makes the appointment of these ambassadors. Guys, not only this, he also receives ambassadors from the other nations, high commissioners and diplomatic envoys from the foreign nations. Okay. All treaties and international agreements are concluded under the name of President. The President represents India in international conferences. Simple. So these are some diplomatic powers. The next one we have is military power. Guys, as I already said you that he is the commander-in-chief of all the forces, Army, Navy and Air Force. So the President is the supreme commander of the armed forces of India. He appoints the chief of all the forces. So he appoints the chief of Army, Navy and Air Force. Admiral from Navy, General from Army and Air Chief Marshal from Air Force. He has the power as to make declaration of war. So he can declare a war and he can also declare peace on the advice of Council of Ministers. Itna powerful hai President. The next one we are going to understand is the Vice President, and I want you guys to tell me in the comment section who is the current Vice President of India. The Vice President is elected by the members of both the houses of Parliament, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, in accordance in consultation with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. Now, guys, this I have already explained long back in one of my video, but in this video I'm going to give you a brief idea. Alright, so what is proportional representation by means of single transferable vote? Now guys, let's take an example. There are three candidates, candidate A, candidate B and candidate C. Listen to this very, very carefully. This is an example. Now guys, here voters are supposed to give their preferences. Let's take an example. I am one of the voter and there are three candidates. My first preference is candidate B. My second preference is candidate C and my third preference is candidate A. Okay. This is how each and every voter will give their preference. Now, let's take an example. If candidate A was the least preferred candidate, okay, by the voters. All right. So in that case, the voters who gave candidate A as their first choice, their second choice will be considered. Let's take an example. Let's assume my first choice was candidate A, and that was the least preferred candidate by the other voters. So what will happen out of these three candidates? Candidate A was the least preferred candidate by the voters. In that case, what will happen? As my first preference was candidate A, now in that case, my second preference will be considered. Let's suppose my second preference was candidate C. So my vote will be transferred to candidate C. And this is how the counting will be done. And finally, the candidate who gets majority of the vote will become the Vice President. Yes. So this is single transferable vote. Cool. So guys, in this election, the state legislature do not take part. Qualification for elections. First of all, the candidate should be a citizen of India. The candidate is not less than 35 years of age. So the minimum age should be 35. The candidate is qualified for elections as a member of the Rajya Sabha, must not hold any office of profit either under union government or under state government. So he should not be a part of any other government institute. So the term of office is for 5 years. Removal from the office. So can you say, okay, so can vice president can be removed from the office? Definitely. So the vice president can be removed from office by the resolution of the Rajya Sabha passed by a majority of its member, and it should be agreed by the members of Lok Sabha. Cool. So guys, this was all about president and vice president. All right. So guys, now this is the time for homework question. What is the minimum age prescribed by the Constitution of India for a candidate to be elected as vice president of India? Options are 18 years, 20 years, 30 years, and 35 years. All right. The next question is, a bill cannot become an act of parliament unless and until it is passed by the Lok Sabha, it is passed by Rajya Sabha, it gets assent from president, it is passed by both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. All right. So guys, I want you guys to give the answer in the comment section. And guys, a very important thing I want to tell you guys that guys, if you people are new to this channel, I hope you guys are having a great time on this channel. And guys, the way you guys are learning with us on YouTube, in a similar way, you guys can take our pro subscription and learn from us. Now you will be like, sir, what is the difference between taking your pro subscription and attending the sessions on YouTube? Guys, there is a huge difference. First of all, if you have any doubts or your concepts are not clear, yeah, you need more practice questions, assignments, tests, yeah, you need explanation in Hindi or in English or both, or you need a revision plan. So guys, all these things you will not get on YouTube. For that, you have to take our pro subscription, guys. Over there, every session is going to be a live session. Like this session is a recorded one, and you know the difference between attending a recorded session and a live session. In live session, you guys can ask doubts to the teachers, you guys can like interact with the teachers. All right, the entire syllabus is covered. All right, handwritten notes you guys can download. Now guys, in Vedantu we have two teacher pattern. Master teacher will help you clear all your concepts, class teacher will help you clear all your doubts, and not only during the class but after the class also, from morning 8 a.m. to evening 11 p.m. Yes, topic wise assignments will be given to you, tests will be given, micro courses are there. So guys, there are lots and lots of advantages. All right. So guys, these are our plans. All right. This is a trial plan. Link is in the description box, guys. And if you take these plans, you will get the access of the every subject. All right. So the trial pack is for 1500, but if you apply my coupon code AD Pro, you will get additional 10% off, and it will come down to 1350. Guys, the difference between light and classic is like in classic you will get a doubt app. Means after the class also you guys can ask unlimited questions. And right now the prices for both the plans is same. All right. Guys, AD Pro is my coupon code. At any point of time you guys can use this code and get flat 10% off on all our plans. Link in the description box, guys. And guys, do not forget to give your answers in the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next session. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Bye bye guys. Take care. Jai Hind.